Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves a Scrap, and I'm coming to you with another follower sketch February day 22 sketch. Sandy Reversky has pulled these together for us, and this is one by Karen Gerber. As I said, it's day 22, and Sandy is known as State Goddess here on YouTube, but you can go to Scrapping Reflections on Facebook if you'd like to have a look at all the different sketches. So I've pulled together a whole range of different papers here that I'm going to incorporate into my layout, and I'm going to put my bit of a spin on it to it as well. So this paper here is from the Wonders collection from Paige Evans, and I'm just cutting it out because I'm going to use that as my frame, but I also need it on the layout further down the track. Now I am going to also mount it again with this cardstock, and this is an embossed cardstock which has like a dot pattern on it, which is quite clever. It's an open spot, and then I'm going with the bright yellow for my base. Now that is very bright, and I do like to use brights, and I'm going to tone it down just a little with my paste through the stencil and some ink splatters. But this is how I'm putting my 3 layers together as per the sketch. Now over to the left hand side in the sketch there is like a scallop border, but I am going to be using a paper punch to create my layout here, and I just had to find it, sorry for the delay there. And this has got a decorative scallop on it, and I am not the most coordinated paper punch person in the world, and mine don't always go together nice and easily. So I'm cutting along the edge for a full length one, and then I will cut again on another edge for the bottom right hand as per the sketch. Clear away that piece of paper where I've cut away, and I'm cutting the second one ready for when I need it further on down the layout. Now this layout, as I said, is very bright, but that's okay because it's got it's reflecting the colours from my photos, which are from the Chinese New Year, and it's a dragon dance, so the dragons are very bright and they're in the reds and yellows, and so this works nicely together. I'm just building the base because this is the structure of the layout, and I'm attaching that to there, and this will now sit in on my frames. And the weather here in Sydney is very, very muggy. It rained last night, and the sun and the temperature today is making it extremely steamy. So all the tape is sticking like extra gluey gum, so I'm sorry that it's taken me a while to get them to lift for these layouts. So I've had to actually use my awl to lift the paper because it's just catching so badly. Alright, so now that I've done that, I can put this final base down, and I'm ready to start working with my gold solar paste. So I'm going to put that through the stencil here, and I have a Kaisercraft diamond pattern here with a decorative diamond and a flat diamond, and when you lift it off you can see through there that it's toning down that really, really bright yellow. I'm just making sure that I work quickly with this solar paste because it does dry quickly, and it does dry to the utensils, and I don't really want my stencil to be gold. So there's the detail that I'm putting, and to bring it down even more I'm going to add in some more black splatters, and then I'll let that dry. I went off screen and I cleaned my stencil straight away because, as I said, that gold solar paste will stick. So I'm cutting down now with the rest of that embossed cardstock my framing for my photos, and they are 3x3s, or except one is 3 by almost 4, and I'm just building them into like photo strips. So I'm just going to lay them down on the red here to give them the red from the photos, and then I'll trim them down, and it looks really, really effective, as you can see, with those bright colours. When you first look at the layout you're thinking, why is there so much bright colour? And then when you look at the photos you see why. And I always try to reflect my photo colours into my layouts. Now I'm going to trim down this extra strip here because I do need to prepare all the pieces that are in that sketch, and I'm just working out with my photos my placement here, and I'm going to cut that one. I think it's 5.5 by 7.5, And then this one here, I'm cutting that to be 9.5 by 6. And then I've got 2 more strips that I need, and I'm actually going to manipulate it so that I get that floral part. One is for the left hand side and one is for the right hand side. Now I'm going to cut out 2 strips here. They will become the side pieces down the center, and I'm going to use the circle from this mandala here as the circle part on the sketch. So I'm just going to cut it out from the center of this page. This is also another Paige Evans paper, and it ties beautifully with the yellow on the dragon, as you can see. And I like the mandala effect because it ties in with the Chinese, the oriental feel of the layout. Next, I need a strip to go down the center to tone it down even further. So I've gone and I found the avocado there, and I'm using that. Also, you can see where I've punched it, and I'm going to use it in the banners on the layout as well. And that helps to tone down all those really, really bright colors. So what I'm doing now is I've just corner edged all of them. I have a big round corner rounder, so that gives it that larger round edging there. And then I'm layering them up as per the sketch, and I'm going to only need half of this circle, so I'm going to trim it down just slightly more than half because it will get covered, but I want it to be enough so that it sticks out. Now the avocado that I've chosen isn't long enough, but that's okay because I am going to be able to split it and hide it behind the photos here, and you'll still have the same effect. I'm using the red strips down the side of the avocado, and I actually am changing to a smaller corner rounder so that they just look more balanced on this thinner strip of paper. I'm going to mark where this is sitting, and so that I can line up the red strips before I lay down the green. But you'll see I actually make a mistake, and I've put it into the corner instead of over the corner. So I put this down and then I put the strip on, and I see it's not showing enough, so I have to carefully peel that one back and I move it over so that now it runs down the side of the avocado as it's supposed to by the sketch. And I love how all these colours are coming together to create this layout. Now when I put in the photos here, you can see how this marries nicely, and they pop off that very busy, very bright background, but the photos are still very prominent and noticeable on the layout, and that is because the yellow from the yellow dragon and the yellow background really make it pop. So don't be afraid to use the bright colours. Who uses bright colours? Who's afraid of the bright colours? Let me know in the comments down below what you think, what you do, how often you use them. I'm always curious to find out because I actually like bright colours and I do like them on my layouts, and I will layer up lots of patterns and lots of colours as well. So do you do that? Are you afraid to do that? Are you afraid of the patterns, or are you a go-getter and mix and match quite regularly as well? I have fussy cut out some flowers in the yellows and oranges, and that's tying it together to build the cluster. I'm going to have one down here in the bottom right hand corner, just as the original sketch has, and then I've put in the tags like the creator has, and then I'm popping this camera just into that cluster down the bottom. Now I'm going to build my cluster over here to the left, and I've got more of these flowers, and I'm just going to manipulate them around until I'm happy with where they're sitting. And I've cut out more of these bay leaves, which that ties in that avocado into the layout and spreads it right across. And you can see now that the colours are all balanced. So I'm just going to glue them down into place and work around this layout. On the edges of my die cuts there, I have used a green, which is called, what is it called? Wild Wilderness. What? Something Wilderness it's called. It's one of Tim Holtz's inks. It's called Rustic Wilderness. That's what I used to ink the edges. Now I'm just using my Nuvo glue here to glue down those flowers, and I don't want them to pop, I just want them to be flat there because I am going to come back with some extras that I pop up in a moment. Then I have these stickers which I'm going to use as my title. The reason I did that is because it was quite a magical sight watching these young dancers perform the dragon dance. And I'm putting that down here to the bottom, and I did add this little dot, but it gets lost, and you'll see in the close-ups at the end it still didn't stay. Oops, and that's where it went. I swiped it off there. Wonder where it went, or maybe I can find it and put it back later. Alright, so I'm adding in some yellow Nuvo drops in 3 strategic places to set up that visual triangle. I put a little bit of sparkle onto the lens of the camera, and I'm also using my sparkle pen to put the centers of the flowers with a little bit of a gold shimmer. So that has created the bulk of the layout. I'm just adding in some finishing touches to the leaves here just to copy the ones in the printed flowers, where I'm just adding some white dots to the edges, and in some of them I will put the veins of the leaves in as well, and that just gives them more of a boost to them so that they're not so flat. I'm just going to journal here saying it was the dragon dance at Haymarket in the city, and it was a magical sight, and that's how this has come together. And I really do like all the different elements on this layout. It is quite full, and there is a lot there, and those photos really do stand out. This is going to become an accompanying page for another one that I've already done, and I do like that the gold there is not clean and tidy. It is a bit messy, which is great because I wanted it to be a bit more scrungy. And thanks for watching, everybody. I hope I've done something here to inspire a thumbs up. Let me know what you liked in the layout. I'm always keen to hear what people like. These are the close-ups. There is a full playlist down below of all the people who are playing along with the Follow a Sketch February. I have tried to do some. I haven't done as many as I'd like, but I can always come back because the sketches are always there. So thanks once again for watching, everybody. Happy scrapping until next time. Here's my next video for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.